This is Fresh Air. I'm Terry Gross. Was America founded as a Christian nation? No. The founding faith was not Christianity, and it was not secularism. It was religious liberty, writes Stephen Waldman in his new book, Founding Faith, Providence, Politics, and the Birth of Religious Freedom in America. The book debunks some of the myths about religion in the lives of the Founding Fathers and in the early history of the United States. Waldman is also the founder and editor-in-chief of BeliefNet, which is generally acknowledged as the largest website about religion and spirituality. It's not affiliated with any religion or movement. Waldman hopes his research into the past will help clear up some of the arguments in the current culture wars.
One of the conclusions that I had in going through this process is that the culture wars, the fights between activists on both sides of this have really distorted what really happened, how we ended up with religious freedom and the religious beliefs of the Founding Fathers. Everyone cherry picks quotes from Founding Fathers to prove their point of view. And after a while, you read these things and you feel like there's almost like a custody battle over the Founding Fathers. They're just being used by different camps to prove whatever they want. And the reality of what actually happened gets distorted.
In your book, Founding Faith, among other things, you debunk myths about religion and the early development of America. So let's start with one of those myths that you debunk. You say America was settled as a bastion for religious freedom. It wasn't?
It was not settled as a bastion for religious freedom. Most of the people who came here came because they wanted to establish a particular denomination, a particular approach to religion, often at the expense of other denominations. And one point that is often lost in this is that it was usually Protestant denominations, not Christian, but Protestant specifically, often as a way of fighting the spread of Catholicism.
So most of the colonies were interested in religious freedom for their religion, for the religion that settled the state, but not for anybody else's religion.
Right. And in fact, one of the things that Americans don't realize is that in the first 150 years, we had really horrible persecution as each colony experimented with having a particular religion in charge. And so in Massachusetts, there was a terrible persecution of Quakers to the point of hanging 4 different Quakers simply for the crime of being a Quaker. In Virginia, there was horrible persecution against Baptists. And you go colony by colony, and in each case, there was sort of an experiment in having a majority or dominant faith running the state, and in each case, the experiment failed.
Yeah, let me